Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome to our webinar. My name is Vigilia and I am a representative of the Trikdis company. Today with us, I have my colleague Yaroslav. He will be able to help you with the technical questions after my presentation. So if you have some questions, please note them or write them in our chat. And later we will discuss all issues about Trikdis equipment. Okay. Let's start. Today we will talk about reliable adaptability for the modern security system. Why you should choose Trikdis brand? Because Trikdis, we are working in the security field more than 30 years. We are working and we have clients in the 100 countries. We have more than 1,000 clients. We are working in the South America, North America, Australia, Europe, and Asia. So full protection, our main partner, distributor for our brand in the mentioned earlier regions. Our equipment is specially designed for security company, for installers, integrators. We always have, and we are working in very close contact with integrators, security companies, in order to be able to adapt our equipment for your daily needs. Trikdis, we have our own technical support, and in case if our client they have some issues, some wishes, always can contact with us or with our partner Full Protection. Today, I would like to speak about our main products as communicators, control panel, mobile application Proteus 2, and some accessories that you can use with our control panel. Let's start with communicators. We have different types of the communicator. As you can see, here we have G16, G16T, E16, and E16T. G16 and G16T, it is cellular communicator that you need to use a SIM card. The main difference between G16 and G16T, it is the way how you can connect this communicator to the control panel. G16, you are connecting to the data bus of the some control panels that we have a special list of the compatibility, and you can check always this list in our website, or later in my presentation you will be able to see. G16T, we can tell that it is more universal because you are connecting this communicator to the T-ring of the control panel. It means that this communicator is compatible with all control panels that we have in our market. E16 and E16T, it is Ethernet IP communicators, and the connection with the control panel is the same. Bus E16 or T-ring of the control panel E16T. So this is the main difference between those communicators. What you need to know that cellular and IP communicators, they have terminals, input-output contacts. Why you need this input-output contacts? For example, you can use this contact for control of the PGM contacts. For example, with expander models, EO or EO8, you can expand the quantity of the terminal. It means if you need, for example, more than 2 terminals, input-outputs, contacts, connecting these expander modules, you can obtain more contacts. Technical specification, as I mentioned, you G16 and E16, you are connecting to, via data bus of the DC, Honeywell, Paradox, Interlogic, InnerRange, and Texicom control panel. Also, we have, when we are transmitting to the alarm center, and using our own Trikdis receiver. As you know, every brand we have our own receivers, or we have in the market universal receivers. We can name it like this, for example, SureGuard receiver, or receiver which supports CCTV protocol. In case if you are a security company and you are working with Trikdis original receiver, so we have a pooling connection, ping connection, that our receiver is always communicating with the communicators and checking the connectivity. For example, if our receiver will lose 3 pings, so he will transmit alarm message to your alarm center, missing connection, and it means that you need to start to react because it's something happening in the premises. Also, as I mentioned, we are compatible, all our equipment is compatible with Sugar System IP receiver 1, 2, 3, or 5, and with every receiver which supports CCTV protocol. Also, we have new communicators. We name them Black Gamma. You can see earlier we spoke about white, G16, E16, G16T, S16T, and now I would like to present you the new Black Gamma. And here you see GET. It is dual communicator. We have in the same board Ethernet and cellular options. So we have 2 SIM cards. It means that you can use 2 different operators, for example, Tigo or Movistar, Tigo or Vodafone, etc., as you need. And we have the same connection on the one board, data bus or tip ring. It means that with one device, we have all before mentioned communicators on the one board. We have G16, you will be able to connect to the data. We have G16T because we have tip ring connection, and we have LAN connection. It means that the same IP communicator we have on the one board. It means that you don't need to have different devices, but you can do and you can manage all your needs with just one device. And we have another 2 communicators, GT and GT+. This is just a cellular communicator, but with the same feature as data and tip ring on one board. The main difference between GT and GT+, that GT+ supports 24 volts. It means that, for example, in cases, some of our clients, they are using our communicator connecting to the fire panel. Means if your fire panel has tip ring connection, or for example has additional model tip ring connection which you can connect to the fire panel, you can connect GT Plus directly to the fire panel because it supports 24 volts, and you can retransmit all events via tip ring to your monitoring station or to the application Proteus, because all Trikdis devices is compatible with application Proteus 2. And here you see the full list of our compatible panels via data bus. It means all our communicator is the white gamma, G16, A16, and the black gamma starting with Jet, GT, GT+, via data bus are compatible with all these mentioned panels. If one panel is not listed in this list, so you need to use tip ring connection. For example, in case with DC Neo, we are not compatible through bus. It means that you all Trikdis communicators, you need to connect to the tip ring of this Neo control panel. Next, our product is Flexi ASP3, is hybrid control panel. Why we name like this? Because on the one board we have cellular, we have LAN, we have another option with cellular and Wi-Fi, and in some cases our clients, they are using control panel just with LAN or just with Wi-Fi. It depends on your needs and on your project and what you exactly need to do. In case when we are using LAN with SP3 or with GET communicator, LAN always will be like a primary channel, and if we will lose LAN, communicator and control panel will connect to the cellular and start to work via data. And communicator with control panels always is checking connection, and when we will detect that LAN Wi-Fi is back, so we will start to transmit via LAN or Wi-Fi. The main technical specification of our control panel, that on one board we have 10 zones. If we will double zones, so we can have 20 zones. What are you using, and any brand which is most common in your market. When we are talking about wired, when we are talking about wireless, we have some special brands, and we are compatible just with this some brands, which I will present you later. Also, we have input and output terminal on our SP3. We are calling them terminals, but not contacts, because you can configure it like you need and according to your needs. For example, if you need just 10 inputs contacts, you can configure it like a 10 inputs contact. If you need 5 input, 5 outputs, you can configure it. And also you can expand the number of the input and output with additional models. Also, you can assign a schedule for your terminals. The schedule can be daily, weekly, annual, holiday schedules, and all control of these terminals will be done automatically according to this schedule. And we have a special logic. You can apply this special logic to your terminals. If yes, then this. So, for example, if panel will detect alarm, turn on the siren or turn off the lights, and you can do it automatically. Here we are presenting our own keyboards. We have LCD LED touch keyboards and with buttons. So depends on the project. You can use touch or keypad, button keypads. But also we are compatible with SP3 is compatible with Paradox keypads. Here you can see the full list of Paradox keypads, and you can connect Vigant readers. But please take a note that Vigant should be with protocol 2634. Only this Vigant protocol is compatible with SP3. How you can make it wireless? As I mentioned, we are compatible with some brands, with Honeywell wireless sensors, with our own wireless sensor, which you can order from Full Protection, and with Paradox sensors. In order to be able to use Honeywell wireless sensors, you need to use and connect additional module RFHW for Honeywell. If we are talking about Trikdis wireless sensor is working with LoRa technology, and you need RF LoRa module. And in case with Paradox, you need to use original Paradox RTX3 model and connect this model to Flexi panel, and you can freely use Paradox Magellan wireless sensors. Here is a LoRa sensor and accessories which you can use with our SP3. LoRa, it is a long-range distance technology. We have peers, magnets, sirens, and smoke detector, and all this wireless. When we are talking about long distance, we mean that in the longest way in the open view, you can reach till 5 kilometers. When we are talking about closed areas, a LoRa, it is a frequency, and we need to calculate the distance. But always with LoRa, you will reach the distance more longer than with standard wireless sensors. And we can offer accessories like a panic button with the same LoRa technology, and the same input-output expander or zone expander. It's EO8. EO8 we have with cable, and we have with the same LoRa technology. The main advantages of Flexi that you can use this control panel for access control. So you can manage your gates, doors, barriers, and do all this control from the application Protegus. Also, connecting temperature sensors, you can control your temperature. For example, we have some clients who's using control of the temperature in the fridges or of the medicine, of the drugs. So in case, because you know that in this fridge always should be the same temperature, so they are controlling. For example, in the logistic centers, when you need to control the temperature, and in some another case. So you have maximum and minimum temperature, and if you will reach maximum or minimum, so you will receive an alarm, and you will be able to connect, for example, if you have functionality thermostat, because it's cool or heat, and you can connect, for example, AC. So you can you can low the temperature, or you can rise the temperature if you need. So you can do this all automatically from the application Protegus. Also, we have the function rearm the system. Sometimes when we are using applications and we have our cell phone, we left it open, and occasionally we disarmed our system without knowing that we did this. So if our panel will not detect fault zones, so in the X time, which you can configure, will arm the system automatically. It means that your system always be protected. Also, using you can connect IP cameras to our Protegus application. When we are talking about IP cameras, it can be every camera which supports RTSP protocol, but IP address should be static. If we are talking about dynamic, so we need to know that dynamic can change. So in case that you are using dynamic, you can use it, but if it will change, so you will need to configure your cameras one more time. For all Trikdis devices, to configure our devices, you need to use Trikdis config. Trikdis config you can download from our website. www.trikdis.com, and connecting via USB. Trikdis config will detect automatically your device, and you can configure all the fields. In case if you need to connect with central station, or you are configuring wireless sensors or additional or PGM zones, so you can do it from Trikdis config. As I mentioned, we have our own application, Protegus. Protegus 2, this application is compatible with all Trikdis devices as communicators, control panels. And you will be able to receive push notification. You can disarm the system. You can do remote control of connected devices. Also, you can connect and remotely program our devices. It means that in case if you are working somewhere and you don't have your PC or tablet, you can connect from the phone. So also, you can see cameras. We have different rights for the user, like administrator, general user, owner of the system, invited users. And the most important thing about our application, as you know, Trikdis, we are supplying our devices. Mostly our devices are cellular without SIM cards. But it means that you can use your own SIM card or the card of your clients. And our application Protegus, it is free. So what you just need to get our device, install it, configure it, and download application from the Apple Store or Google Play, connect device, and you can use for free. We are not charging for the app. We are not charging for the cloud. So you just need our hardware. Installation when you are using application Protegus 2 is very fast, because every device comes with a QR code. You just need to scan the QR code, and Protegus will ask you to follow all the steps, and you can configure it, you can do, or you can just skip, and when you need, you can back, and from the advanced settings, you can configure it according to your needs. Here I am presenting some cases and where you can use our equipment. Talking about communicators, our communicators you can use for upgrade of existing alarm system. It means, for example, if you have a client who is working with the old alarm system and he would like to manage and control his alarm system from the phone, but with the existing alarm, with the existing panel, it's not possible. So you can offer them our communicator. Knowing that our communicator has terminals, or you can increase the number of the terminals, you can offer with this some simple automation. For example, manage lights or AC and things like that, and smart app. So communicator, it is the easier way to upgrade old existing alarm system and offer to your customers smart solutions. Actually, when we are talking about protection or smart solutions, we need to know, and we need to note that Trikdis equipment you can use in two ways: for self-monitoring and for the security company professional solutions. So sometimes we have customers who don't want to depend on the security company's services. So you can offer them Trikdis equipment, you can offer them Protegus app, and your customer can do self-monitoring. But the same can use and security companies. They can offer for their customers Trikdis communicator for upgrading of the existing alarm systems and the same application. So in both ways you can use. Also with our equipment, you can protect vending machines. ESP3 you can freely use for ITM protection, because we have LAN and cellular. We have you can connect different sensors like seismic sensors, movement sensors, etc. You can do automation. We are not talking about automation, but automation simple for controlling the gates, lights, temperature sensors, thermostat function. You can also control electric fans. You can control the status and of the sun batteries. As we always telling to our customers, so if we have Trikdis equipment, we know how our equipment is working, that we have terminals, and on the other side we have the same terminals, PGMs contact. So knowing that, we can connect Trikdis to every device and create different scenarios for use of our equipment. So why Trikdis? Why you should use Trikdis? Because the main point that you can upgrade speed, because we are working with 4G, cost effective. When we are working via LAN, we are not using data, and adaptability. You can adapt our, not for intrusion, but also and for automation. And very interesting thing about SP3. As you know, and as I mentioned, with communicator, you can upgrade existing alarm system, but sometimes it's not enough. Just connect one communicator, because we need a little bit different work of our client. They had different needs. For example, they want the same automation. So what we can do with SP3, just change the existing installed panel with SP3. How we can do? Because we have such function resistance. So we from Trikdis config, you can configure, if you know, for example, every brand as DSA, Paradox, Honeywell, etc. We know their resistance, the resistance of the sensors. So knowing that we can just take the old panel, connect SP3 from Trikdis config menu. We need to choose the resistance and nothing more. So you don't need to go through every resistor and measure the resistance. So just connecting SP3, you have a new installation with more technical specifications and what you can offer for your customers. Sometimes it is more easier just take the old panel and connect SP3. So that's why for today it's all about our main products. In resume, I would like to tell that communicators, it's for upgrading. SP3 you can use for new installation, for the same upgrade in different projects. Also application Protegus, it is free. You just need to connect hardware Trikdis device and download application, and you can create different scenarios. So if you have some questions, if you have some technical questions, so please ask, and my colleague or me personally, we will respond to you. Thank you.